Hey guys, I am here. I'm live. I'm a little bit later. I thought I would be in by about 1:15. It's 1:19, and we'll see who comes in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you guys are having a good day. I am. It's a Sunday and July 5th. And yeah, I'm just getting just finished church, and we had a little bit of a Zoom fellowship afterwards. So I just finished with that. Hi, Dee. Thanks for coming in. All right, I see you guys coming in now. Well, welcome to the Crafty Nomads live at lunch, a little late, right? Hey, Nana's Hands. Thanks for coming in. I'm glad to see all of you guys. Thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate you guys all being here. And I'm not in a rush today because, again, it's Sunday. So we have 3 days of no rushing. Hey, Catherine Oaks, thank you for popping in today. I appreciate you being here. And yeah, I'm not going to, as I always say, they are not very long, but hopefully they will be rich and just a fun time together. So today is my 5th one, and hopefully these will just continue to be fun throughout the rest of the month. I don't know, it just came to me at the last minute, let's do this, so I'm doing it. So yeah, so what do I have to show you today? I have progress on my Dash the Deer. I already finished my sewn top, so I will show you that. And again, it's Triple C. It's Triple C and Joe. Okay, we got the people here. Well, thank you guys. Hey, Dana. Hey, Joe. It's good to see you guys. Thanks for coming in. Yeah. Thank you, Nana's Hands. Yeah, just enough to keep people coming back. Yeah, I have done. It's interesting. I have done the video every day in August, April, October, Vlogtober. I've done, what do they call it in December? What is it called? December Daily. I forgot what they call it. But I've done all of those. And it's weird because you end up losing subscribers when you do them every day. But so far with this, people are sticking with me. So I was a little bit worried that if I do this, people will just, I guess it doesn't matter because the people who leave, they probably just didn't want to be here, and that's okay, right? Because those of us who are here, we're here. So I'm glad to see you guys. And today I wanted to, yesterday we talked about some vintage patterns. So I want to show you guys this book. Now, before I show it, hey, Native Wind, it's good to see you, Margaret. Thank you for coming in. But I wanted to ask you guys, put in the chat box how long you have been crocheting, because this book I'm going to show you is before my crocheting time, but to me it's not that old, but it's before I started crocheting. So I started crocheting, Vlogmas, that's right. I couldn't think of it, Vlogmas. So I've done all of those. So yeah. So how long have each of you been crocheting? So Nana's Hands, 3 years. Denisha, 14 years. I'm going to say for myself, the crochet, I always wanted to know how to crochet. I'm one of those people who learned to knit first. I learned both crafts prior to YouTube. If I had YouTube years ago, I would have learned sooner. Catherine Oaks, you've only been at it. You said you've been at it again for 2 years. So you kind of took some time off, huh? Triple C, come on, girl, 22 years. I think she is the vet in the house today. Wanda Mercer, 5 years. Okay, yeah. So I started, let me think about this, like 2005, 2006. So that would put me somewhere around the same time as Denisha. So, wow, Dana, 22 years now. What I was saying is I learned how to knit first, and I taught myself from a book. I think I mentioned this before in the podcast, but raise your hands if you remember Woolworths. Do you remember Woolworths? It was the 5 and dime, the dime store is what my grandmother used to call it. Okay, Denisha, you knit first too, yeah. So I don't know why I knit first, and then I tried to teach myself crochet, and I could not do it. I could not teach myself to crochet on my own. Hey, Christy's here. Uh, she's lurking, but she has been. Oh wait. Okay, Christy. She had to come out, y'all, because she's been crocheting for 45 years. So she's the veteran. She's the veteran in the house so far. Oh, my goodness. So, Catherine Oates, you started, let's see, you crochet for over 20 years, and then you stopped for a very long time. And then, so you had to learn it all over again. Okay. And you just picked up knitting 2 months ago. Okay, great. Now, I do both. Hey, Helen, 40 years for you. No, Nana Sands, you're not that far from me, huh? I'm in California too. I know you know that. Let's see. Helen has 40 years of crocheting, and Christy, who came out of the dark to say that she's been crocheting for 45 years. You guys are amazing. But I tried for years to teach myself. I could not get crochet, and I don't know what needed to click in my brain, but what happened was I went through, hey, it's Laurel, the dabbling hook. Hey. I went through like a huge loss around 2005. And in that time, I just had to, it was a tough time for my brain to focus on anything, but whatever it was, I needed to focus on it intensely. And it just kind of helped me through the trauma. And crochet was just, there was a couple other things I did too. For whatever reason, only thing I could watch on TV was true crime. I don't know why, or religious programming. And I'm not a televangelist type of person, but during that period in my life, for some reason, those are the things that I could focus on to keep. I think they just occupied my mind enough so they would be off the trauma. And crochet came in that time. It's just I picked up the book and I did it, and it was amazing. So it's so weird that happened. Let me see. Oh, look at that. So it's not so Kim Denisha is saying that she came to crochet in the same way, where after she had a serious loss. I'm sorry to hear that. That's a tough loss. But she started crocheting to connect with her mom, which is great. Yeah, I love that. I love that. So anyway, I was able to finally pick it up. But this book right here, guys, is way before this book. I got this book, and it's another House of White Birches book like the one I showed you guys yesterday. But I only got this book for one project, and I'm not even going to do this project. I wish Angela Young was in here so I could talk to you about her project. But there's a project in here that I wanted to do. I saw it on Ella's No Catchy Name, and but then when I got the book, I was like, ooh, I don't really like the way this thing looks. But then Angela Young redid it, and she brought in the update on this. So I cannot find it, but it's that bag lady. Where is that? Okay, here she goes. Here she is. So that's the bag lady. Now I don't like her look at all. But if you look on my page, you will see what Angela did with this thing to really bring it up to date and into the now. But anyway, hey, Angela, good to see you. Okay, good to see you. She is here. So Angela already okay, that was my son. If you've been coming, you know that he's been given a word a day. He's been given a word every time on every one of these. And at the end, we're going to have a contest at the end of the 30 days. So write down the word he said. And I'm going to write it down too so I can remember. He said the word like. So let me write it down before I forget it. And that's what he's going to do. He's just going to pop in and give you guys a word. So I'll explain it more at the end, but that was the word. And I keep saying it over, even though he told me not to say it again. I had to write it down. Okay. So anyway, let's see. Hey, Bev. Hey, Granny D. Come on in, D. Thompson. Thank you so much. And Angela and everyone else. Yeah, I was on yesterday, but these videos, I don't know what happens, but it takes forever for these lives to render and show up as a video. But I will always put the link on my page so you can watch it. They take forever to show up in my feed. I don't know why you don't get a notification, but anyway. Let's see. Yes, I did, Bev. I said your name. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. I don't want to miss anybody, and I don't want to mess this up. Yep, so anyway, look at my page, Angela Young, or look at Classy Kim's page, so you can see what Angela Young did with that bag lady, because she did a great job. But anyway, this book, I was like, I looked at the publishing date, and like I said, it predates me as far as crocheting. So some of you guys who have been around a long time, some of this stuff, well, I just can't even believe they were making it in 1999. It seems older. Some of these things, some things are timeless in here, but some of these things are very dated. Like that's. Like, to me, that's dated. What do you guys think? I don't think anybody would actually wear that sweater today. You could probably make that sweater in one color or in more and not such bright colors and maybe bring it up to date. But I don't know about that sweater. Let's see. The actual chat part. Yes. It will. That's exactly what happens. You can see it, but you can't see the chat until it renders. And for me, these are coming up, taking 10 hours to process. It's so weird. But like some of the stuff, it just looks so like no one would ever wear this today. And it didn't seem like anybody would wear it in 1999 either. So kind of. Oh, hey, Linda Jean. Thanks for coming in. I'm glad you didn't miss us. And Jennifer Simpson is here. Guys, thank you so much for coming in. Let's see who else is here. I think I got everybody. The chat is not moving. Okay. So, but there are some things in here that I think would be worth making. The bag lady would be worth making if you can do it like Angela Young did it, as far as I'm concerned. And basically, it's a plastic bag. You know, we get all those plastic bags. And it's a dispenser for that. So I would love. I'm gonna make one, but I'm gonna make mine like Angela Young did. But so some things are timeless. Like for instance, I would do the ho 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 wall hanging. I would do that today. Let's see what else we got going. I would do some of the holiday things in here. Oh, they have like scrunchies, and people are still making scrunchies, especially out of the velvet yarn. So that's kind of okay. In 1999, that makes sense. But if you're looking for vintage, there are a couple things that are doable in here. Because Christy is in the chat, we do have a vintage crochet along coming up. And there is that. That could be done, right? For vintage, I think. What do you guys think? Yep. We are all well. Hope everybody is well too. Well, let's see. We banned plastic bags, sort of. They still have them. I don't know how they get away with it, but we have to pay for them. So yeah, still end up with a lot of them. I think the farm animal magnet is something that could be made today. Stuck on a refrigerator. If you modernize it a little bit, I think that one would work. Yeah, I just don't like this bag lady. Yeah, I don't really like how she looks. You guys have got to see Angela Young's version of that bag lady. Because when I got the book, I was like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna do this. And then I saw Angela Young's. But here's another little magnet, which I think works. Anyway. Some of this stuff, I'm like, people were making this in 1999. It seems like is much older. Like, this is the last thing I'm going to show you here. Then I'm going to move on and show you my progress. Like, some of this, I don't know. Like, amigurumi has really come a long way. If this is what people were making, like, to me, things have crochet has come a long way. I guess is my whole point with showing that book. So, which one did you like, Laurel? Those are cute. I like the front one. Which one? Which one did you like? Tell me which one did you like? The doilies is a good vintage choice. That's what I was thinking too. Doilies might work out really great. Yeah, okay, yeah, the doilies. The doilies work as far as that, yeah. But yeah, when I was looking through that book, I was like, were people really making this stuff? I remember when I started crocheting, I feel like fun fur and novelty yarns were a really big thing. And I am not a novelty yarn person at all, but you could buy it everywhere. And I probably still have some in storage somewhere. Let's see. In Massachusetts, they went back to paper bags. So now I need to make sure I bring my own bags to the store. Yeah, we're supposed to, but when you don't, you can pay for plastic, which I thought that was the whole point. But anyway, yeah, Dana, crochet has come a long way. People have brought it up to date, and there are some amazing crochet patterns out there, right? And some great designers. Laurel of the Dabbling Hook being one of them, guys. And she's a knit and crochet designer. And I think also Dana, guys, you have some designs. Who else has some designs out there? Put it in the chat box if you are a designer and I don't know it. I know that Priscilla from Distinctive Crochet is, on fire with her designs. So let's see. So, Granny, do you like the fun fur to trim or to make pom-poms from? That's a good idea. I saw somebody use fun fur to make the hair of a lion amigurumi, which I thought was a great use of it. Oh, yeah, that's true for us too, Linda Jean. We can't right now bring our own bags. So everybody definitely reverted back to giving us bags. And I thought they weren't even supposed to be charging you for them anymore because they are the ones that are saying that you can't bring your own bag. So I don't know if that's been updated because I went to Dollar Tree the other day and she asked me that I want bags and I think she may have charged me for them. So I don't know if that changed. Let's see. The Dabbling Hook, Laurel, you use boy yarn as doll hair ones that look great and super soft. See, that yarn is, I think, good for doll hair and for amigurumis, but I can imagine making a whole garment out of things like that. But yeah. So anyway, let me move on. So giving you some progress. I still haven't started my wreath that I'm going to make for Christmas in July, but I will start it today because I really needed to get going on the Dash the Deer because Terry will be coming out with the next steps tomorrow for this. So let me show you guys where I'm at with Dash. So here, Dash the Deer, which I'm making the Rudolph version. And all of the stitch markers are so that we'll know where to place the eyes, the ears, and the antlers. And this is a Jess Huff pattern, which I'll link eventually in the description box. And I think that's pretty amazing. I actually like any pattern where they tell you where to put the appendages and stuff because mine usually end up cockeyed. I still think they will be a little bit off because it looks off to me where the eyes are, look off to me. And I put them exactly where they said to put them. But to me, it still looks like mine's going to be off. The ears look okay and the eyes look wrong, but we'll see what happens. But that is where I'm at with Dash the Deer. Let's see what's happening. Let's see what's happening over here. So Linda Jean, you're starting your Dash the Deer today. Yeah, I'm going to try to get that head completely done today, and then I'll move on and work on my wreath. Let's see. Thank you, Angela. Let's see. Yeah, he's looking cute, huh? Jennifer, thank you so much. Hey, 50 Whips. Hey, Christina Lowe. Thank you for coming in. That's 50 Whips Crochet Life. How are you? Is it hot down there where you are? It's a little bit toasty happening up in here. Are you going to embroider the eyes? I am going to use the safety eyes. I do have, I hope, the right size. If I don't have the right size, I have close enough. So that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, that is my Dash the Deer. And the only other thing I have to show you guys before I sign off today is I did finish the muslin of the sewn top. I've been trying to get Laurel to sew some garments with me. Okay, so here it is. It has lots of flaws, but it looks like a shirt, doesn't it? It has a hem. It fits. And so now I am ready to cut the actual pretty fabric. Problematic for me is the way I put on that bias binding. You see how that crinkling, but Linda Jean has given me some tips for that. I think with the reason why I've shy away from garment sewing is I really think you need to be precise. And I'm such a fudger when it comes to crafts. That's why the shall we fudge it crochet along was easy for me because I fudge all the time. I've even had to fudge already because somehow I was missing a stitch. So I just added it back in there, it'll be fine. But that's it. This fits beautifully. It doesn't fit perfectly. The biggest thing that I need to do is change the length because it's made to be cropped, and I'm a woman of a certain age, and I do not need to be wearing anything cropped. So it's not like it's cropped to show my belly. It's not long enough, so if I raise my arms up, yes, my belly will show, and that's not a good look. So I'm gonna the neck when I do the real ones, I'm gonna lengthen it. And Linda Jean, thank you for your tips. Laurel, you're traumatized. Why are you traumatized? I know it's hard. It's like that's why the muslin works, because if I messed it, if I can't do it in the muslin, then I won't do it in the regular fabric. So I think I did it well enough to go ahead and give it a try. Let's see. All right, let's see what's happening. If you wanted to make a little one with thinner yarn, you want to make a small one, huh? A small Dash the Deer. Okay. Thank you, Granny D, for listening in. Let's see. Trying to get my life back on track. Oh, you were gone for a long time, Christina in Portland. Thank you. Please hit the like button. Thank you guys so much. There's 16 of you here, and I see 11 likes, so I thank you. Thank you, Bev. Thank you so much. Yeah, I had a bunch of the muslin. I'm like, let me just do it that way. I learned that from Project Runway. Let's see. Make your reusable pattern out of a flannel back tablecloth from the dollar store. That is a great idea. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Hand sew. I'm worst hand sewer ever. But I tried with the lining the crochet bags, and not good. It's not cute at all, but it works. Wonky doesn't begin to describe the end results. Wow, I don't know. I can try, but I'm going to tell you why this is working for me. I mentioned to you guys that I have been a member of Creative Bug forever. And another sewing podcast mentioned that a lot of these patterns and the tutorials were on Creative Bug. So I had access to actually, with the designer, make it along with her. So I'm watching the video, doing what she says do. So that's, I think, why it's not as bad as it could be. So I think it's coming along, and today I'm going to wash the fabrics, the pretty fabrics, wash, dry, and press them, and then get ready to cut into the pretty fabric. So hopefully by next weekend we'll be working on the pretty fabric in that pattern. Let's see, Angela Young. Okay, Distinctive Crochet just showed up. Thank you for coming in. Good to see you, Priscilla. If you lift the hood off of my suit. Christy, you know that new car smell? Well, if you lift the hood off my new sewing machine, yep, she is 30 years old and barely been used. It took me, every time I get a crafty machine, it takes me years to get started on them, but I hear that. All right, so yes, I was bragging on you, Priscilla, before you came in. I was telling everybody that you are a crochet. I love what she does. She even combines she just fearless when it comes to her crochet. She goes for it. So that's fantastic. Let's see. Linda Jean, I failed sewing in junior high school because I made a blazer. It was not approved by the teacher because she said it was too difficult. Okay, now that's just wrong. That's just all type of wrong. So I'll tell you, I am when I was in high school, I was like big time feminist. So I was like, I refused to take home economic classes. I refused to take typing. Refused, because I said, I am not going to be a secretary. I'm going to have a secretary. Well, guess what? I have had a secretary in my life, but I'm currently basically a secretary. Never say never. I also love all things home economics, but back then I just refused. And the only reason why I took a typing class is because I had to change schools, and it was a requirement for me to take it as a senior. And at that school, and the teacher even was like, I'm just going to give you a passing grade because everybody in the class was freshmen except for me. So anyway, let's see. Let's see. Linda Jean. Okay, you're welcome, Priscilla. You deserve it. I have several machines. Use them all. One threaded with white, one with black, and one I changed. Wow. Okay, you got me beat. I have a lot of machines too, but I have embroidery, and then a serger, and then I have just a regular machine. And then I have one that's a combo. So, yep, love all my machines. But that's cool to have them threaded differently. Man, I wish I lived closer to you, Linda Jean, so we could sew together. I wish I lived closer to all of y'all. Because in my world, I'm like one of the few crafters in my actual world. What about you guys? Do you have crafty friends? Do you go to crafty meetups? Do you have a knit night? I could do that. Well, who has one now? Everybody has virtual knit nights at this point. But before COVID-19, I still didn't go out to knit nights. Let's see. No, wait, what are you saying no to, Christina? Distinctive Crochet. Yeah, it would be fun, right? It would be fun to have meetups and stuff. But when the world changes, and if any of you guys ever find yourself in my neck of the woods, let me know, because you guys, I moved mountains to go and meet Seta when she was in the area, and it was not close, but I did it. And I would, if I find out any of y'all are in the area, I'm coming. So. So, Laurel, you had a Wednesday night meetup at your local Panera. See, I like that. All the needle workers come together. I love that. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not no crafty people near you, huh? I know, it's so weird because there's so many of us online. You would think that we would have more, around us. But anyway, Denisha, you have some crafty friends, and your local library has a knitting group, but you could crochet too. I was in a knitting group. This was well before my son was born, and I was one of the youngest people. Yes, yes, Linda Jean. We'll do it. We'll do it. I used to go to El Segundo for a knitting group when I was in my 30s. Like I was really getting close to being 40 years old, and I was literally probably, other than this one little girl who came with her mom and they moved away, I was the youngest person in the room. And it's so funny to think about that now, because that was many, many years ago. But those ladies taught me how to, like, when I taught myself how to knit, and I had taught myself how to do it backwards. So the way I was putting my needle to get in, I was twisting my stitches, and they are the ones that helped me to know how to place that needle right. So for many, many years as I knitted, everything was twisted stitches. So, oh, your group ranges from 20s to 60s. Okay, yeah. And now here's the thing about living here. Everything is so spread out here, and traffic is a real thing in Los Angeles, and I know it's in a lot of places. So you have to consider, like, going someplace after work. If it's not like right up the street from you, it could be like a couple miles, but it's going to take you much longer to get there. So I tend to not end up doing it, but I was planning for 2020 to be a year where I would do more of that. After meeting Seta and Z and going to Rhinebeck West, I missed Diana Pierce. But after all these people, I met Luna, Crochet Luna, Claudia. After meeting all these people, I was like, okay, 2020 is going to be the year. Well, COVID-19, so we'll eventually it'll it'll get better, and we'll get back to meeting with each other. So let's see. Anyway, so okay. Oh, you did yours at a health food restaurant. There was a group that I went to that met in the mall food court, which is cool. I never have. I've gone a couple times before my son was born to Knit Nights in the yarn shop. But I'm gonna tell you, it's challenging, because every time when I'm in a yarn shop, I feel like I need to patronize the place. I want to buy something, and yarn shops generally are not gonna have premier yarns. They're gonna have the very expensive hand dyed kind of yarns. So if every time I go, I'm spending $30-$40, that's like a bit much. So I like the ones that meet in places like food courts, coffee shops, that kind of thing. So yeah. All right, guys. Let's see. It's been good to hang out with you guys. I have doll makers and collectors, and my best friends are crafty. Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, Angela Young, you got a lot of crafty people around, huh? That's very cool, man. And Linda Jean used to host an all afternoon, night, and next day meeting once a month to sew with some friends. Everyone brought potluck dishes. Oh man. Oh man, that sounds so fun. Like, I really want to do something like that. I've not done it, just to be together all day and the next day and just crafting. That sounds fantastic. Well, and it seems like, wow, right now it seems like because of COVID-19. But we will get back to a new normal at some point. But anyway, I am so glad you guys all came. I have been on here for more than 30 minutes. I got people in the room that haven't been able to join us, and I got the regulars coming back. Thank you, Denisha, for being my moderator always. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for all of you guys who have shown up. Oh, you brought all your grandkids back, Christina. Oh, wow. You're going to be busy trying to keep those little boys entertained and trying to burn out their energy. When my son was that age, we were still trying to burn out his energy. So anyway, a Zoom bee. That's a good idea. We can talk about that. Linda Jean, that's a good idea. I have to figure out how to set my stuff up so I can have the right camera angle, but that's a good idea. Let's figure it out. Anyway, okay, maybe we can do it. We can do it. We have to pick a time that works for everybody, and maybe we can do that on a weekend day, huh? Sounds good to me. All right, guys. I am going to end it out here. Don't forget Jordan's word for today. Thank you so much. Oh, let me explain it. For those of you first time in, Jordan is given a word every day. It's going to form a complete sentence at the end of the month. And anybody who can tell me what that complete sentence is will be entered into a drawing for a nice prize. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming in. I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. I need to do lots of things. I got to go back to work tomorrow, but I will be on live at lunch tomorrow at noon for another session with you guys. Anyway, you guys are fantastic, and I will see you tomorrow on the next video. Bye, everybody. Let's see. Y'all still talking about the Zoom? All right. Bye, Nana's hands. Bye, everybody. We will talk about that Zoom B, and we will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.